struggling. Really have to continue to tell myself that, we need to enjoy, the wins. You come away with a 20-point win, you need to enjoy it to a certain degree. But by no means was it our best game. I felt like we came out, and you give credit to UNC Wilmington. They made us play at their pace, at their style, and we weren't able to really bust anything open. Normally we feed off of our defense and we get some things going in the fast break. We just weren't able to connect on the shots that we normally connect on that would really electrify the building, or even just help us spread the lead and feed off of that. And I just thought we didn't play with the emotion that we needed to. It was a very workmanlike performance. We got the victory, but by no means was it pretty. Nor do I think we got better today, and that's the main thing. We want to try to continue to get better. We have kids who are playing in different roles now, in different situations they're in, and sometimes we're not experimenting, but we're trying to execute in certain situations. I thought we did some of those things early, and then we just didn't capitalize on it, the opportunities midway through the game and late. But again, you give Wilmington credit. We played at their pace, therefore it was 60-40. The game was in the 60s for us. And the kids know. The kids understand that we wasted an opportunity to get better today, and we have to get better because we have a very tough stretch coming up, and that we're gonna need kids to step up and play well, play a lot better than we played today.
Haley Barrett had another good game. Well, how much more confident is she? What do you see off the court that's kind of helped you fuel this, and you see it?
Well, today was kind of the mood I'm in right now, and it's kind of the way we played. It's very conflicting, because we had some really good stretches, we had some really bad stretches. Haley made some threes, and she shot a couple air balls, and she wasn't the only one. I think Jasmine even shot an air ball, and Muff shot an air ball, and somebody else shot an air ball, and I'm like, what is going on? Then we make a couple, but Haley is doing exactly what we need her to do. And one of the things that you guys may look at, the common fan may look at, is the threes that she's making, and that is wonderful, and we need all of that. But where I'm most impressed with her and satisfied is on the defensive end. She's doing a lot of things defensively that's really helping our team, and she's always where she's supposed to be. She's moving, laterally. She had a really big steal for us at the end of the half, connected on a layup. So she's always where she's supposed to be, and she's becoming more and more confident as a shooter, which is really helping us as a basketball team. So I'm very pleased with her. I think this is her fourth straight game in double figures. And I've mentioned this before, we need every ounce of her production. She helps spread the floor, and you can't just sit there and pack it in on Jasmine, because she's a very capable three-point shooter who has the green light. And so her production, while Ashley's been out, has been much needed, and I'm very proud of her.
Bringing up Ashley, what is the status on her? It's been 5 games now.
She's still hurt. No, she's getting better. She's getting better. She's progressing. She shed the crutches. She's in a boot. Actually had a very welcoming sight this morning when she walked into film, with no boot. So we're progressing. The trainer told me that we can get shots with her tomorrow. Stand still. But we're not going to rush her situation. We're going to make sure that when she comes back, she's ready. I don't think she'll be pain-free, but we don't want to do anything where it can still be aggravated or agitated to the point where it keeps her with a nagging injury. We want to try to make it, as best scenario as possible. So we'll continue to monitor her situation, and when we feel like that she can play relatively pain-free, then we'll put her back out there. So it probably will be an extra game or two if it were compared to if it were at the beginning of the season.
Coach, you just said how you feel it was an opportunity to get better for you guys today, but so a 20-point win and 20-point lead at half, just what does that kind of speak that when you feel you're not playing your best basketball?
We're spoiled. Everyone, and I don't mean that in an egotistical way, but you look at the scores around the CAA, and anyone would love to have a 20-point victory against anyone in this league, and we just had 2 of them, and I'm kind of conflicted in my emotions, but it's not really about the final score. With this team, with the adversity this team has endured, I had to take the approach that we're going to make sure that we're getting better every day, so that when it comes time for conference play, when it really, really matters and getting into the tournament, we want to be playing our best basketball. And we've had situations. I mean, a lot of teams would have folded by now. You know, when you lose two kids of the stature of Precious and Ashley Perez, a lot of people were thrown in the towel and said, okay, we'll just wait until next year. But we still have the same goals, same expectations, and we got to figure out a way. And the only thing that we understand is that our margin of error it gets smaller and smaller, and it gets smaller throughout the game. If someone gets in foul trouble, like yesterday, I mean, a Friday night, there was a stretch where I had Precious, Ashley, and Muff on the bench, and Jazz was out there, almost by her lonesome, and then I put Muff back in the game, and Jazz gets in foul, and I got Jasmine and Ashley and Precious on the bench. So, but we're still plugging away. And today, I just felt like we didn't get better. We didn't get better to the point where we needed to, and we have to perform better each time we step out on the court.
You've got all your injuries, obviously, and you lost your first conference game of the season. Did you think at this point you would be leading the conference? You got the half game lead over Oxford, who won again today?
Honestly, I did. I really did. I mean, obviously, aside from Ashley's injury, we knew Precious's injury, and we had, we had a little bit of time to try to reinvent ourselves. And Ashley's comes right in the middle of the season, so it's a little bit different. But the mentality of these kids, the mentality that they take on because of the tradition of this program, it's not just okay. The kids that they're playing for the tradition, and they understand that they're a good basketball team, and every one of our kids. You look at our kids, and they don't all get the accolades or the recognition that they get. They have to bide their time, but now some of them are being thrust into the situation where they have to play a little bit more, and they're more than capable. It's just getting an opportunity. People asked me before, well, what's going on with Haley? Why all of a sudden is she playing well? It's because she has an opportunity, to be out on the floor for 36 minutes the other night, and whatever it was tonight, 31 minutes, and she has a green light. She has a green light, and when she has an opportunity to shoot it, she's stepping up and she's making the most of her opportunity. The younger kids are doing the same thing. Kayla Cooper Williams, she's a birthday girl today. Happy birthday, Kayla. But we're designing plays for her now. We went to her. It was a birthday present. We went to her. We designed the first play to go to her today instead of going to Jazz or to Muff or someone of that nature. And she connected. She scored it, and did a really good job. We're working with her, individually, and I mean, she's leaps and bounds above where she was when she first started. It is remarkable where she is. From that standpoint, and it's very exciting to know where she's going to go in the next few years. I'm very excited about that, and I think it's going to be, if they're not already saying it, I'm sure, in another year, people are going to be like, saying the same thing they said about Jazz. How'd you get her? Where'd you get her from? And but it's a lot of hard work that's gone into that. So they're all getting better. They're all getting better, and I'm very, very proud of their progress. And but we expect to be here. We really do. We expect to be here, and we expect to be hoisting a trophy at the end. And just like I'm sure a lot of people, feel the same way, but, that's where our program is, on a year-to-year basis. We feel like that, we should be winning championships.
You guys only shot 32 or so today. Jess said that was probably due to lack of focus in the second half. What do you think the offense wasn't that good today?
Well, we're all friends here. I'll just say it. I wasn't particularly happy with my play of my point guard, and I don't mean that as a slight to Muff, and I'm not trying to put her on blast because I needed to coach a better game myself. But Muff Mickens has the responsibility of our team on her shoulders, and she embraces that. She wants that. She likes that, and she came out today. She's our emotional leader, and she came out today and she was a little bit hesitant, a little bit lackluster, and really didn't rally us when things were going south a little bit. And she knows, and she and I had a conversation. We had a very strong conversation during the game, and she knew that. She knew that. She admitted that. She understands that, and she knows that we're going to go as she goes. And she's driving the bus. She's the engine, whatever cliche you want to use. All right, but she has to really get us going, and she knows that, and she creates so much for everyone else. Jasmine There's no question Jasmine is the most valuable player in this league right now, but Muff is the most important player, and she needs to really get us going, and we feed off of her energy. And we have such a young team that when they walk out onto the floor, they look for her. They look for her for direction emotionally. And when she's rah-rah, they will be rah-rah. And when she's a little bit, lackluster in her emotion, I'm sure the kids will follow suit. So she understands that. And I'm glad. I would bet that she got it out of her system today. And I'm glad she got it out of her system in a game we can win by 20. But also, I think a lot of that is attributed to the fact that we missed shots that we normally make. And when you're playing with a team like we have right now, when you can look behind me and you can see about 38 points a game, sitting on the bench being cheerleaders, you're going to have days like this. You're going to have some days like this. And that's why we have a mantra of grind it out, grind it out. We always talk about grind it out. And today was like a workman-like performance, and we had to grind it out because we weren't shooting the ball as well. And it's not going to be the last time. The pretty offense, we're going to have pretty offense some days, but some days it's going to be ugly offense. And we just understand that right now. But a win is a win is a win. And